Snakes. Snakes are elongated, legless, carnivorous reptiles of the suborder Serpentis. Like all other squamates, snakes are ectothermic amniot vertebrates covered in overlapping scales. Many species of snakes have skulls with several more joints than their lizard ancestors, enabling them to swallow prey much larger than their heads with their highly mobile jaws. To accommodate their narrow bodies, snakes' paired organs such as kidneys appear one in front of the other instead of side by side, and most have only one functional lung. Some species retain a pelvic girdle with a pair of vestigial claws on either side of their cloaca. Lizards have evolved elongated body without limbs or with greatly reduced limbs about 25 times independently via convergent evolution, which leads to many lineages of legless lizards. Legless lizards resemble snakes, but several common groups of legless lizards have eyelids and external ears which snakes lack, although this rule is not universal. Most species are non-venomous, and those have venom use it primarily to kill and subdue prey rather than for self-defense. Some possess venom potent enough to cause painful injury or death to humans. Non-venomous snakes either swallow the prey alive or kill by constriction. There are more than 3,000 species of snakes on planet, and they have found everywhere except Antarctica, Iceland, Ireland, Greenland and New Zealand. About 600 species are venomous, and only about 7% are able to kill or significantly wound a human. Non-venomous snakes, which range from the garter snakes to the not so harmless python, dispatch their victims by swallowing them alive or constricting them to death. Whether they kill by striking with venom or squeezing, nearly all snakes eat their food whole in sometimes astoundingly large portions. Almost all snakes are covered in scales, and as reptiles they are cold-blooded and must regulate their body temperature externally. Scales serve several purposes. They trap moisture in arid climates and reduce friction as the snake moves. There have been several species of snakes discovered that are mostly scaleless, but even those have scales on their bellies. How snakes hunt. Snakes also have forked tongues, which they flick in different directions to smell their surroundings. That lets them know when danger or food is nearby. Snakes have several other ways to detect a snack. Openings called pit holes in front of their eyes sense the heat given by the warm-blooded prey, and bones in their lower jaws pick up the vibrations from the rodents and other scurrying animals. When they do capture prey, snakes can eat animals up to 3 times bigger than their head is wide because their lower jaws unhinge from their upper jaws. Once in a snake's mouth, the prey is held in place by the teeth and face inward, trapping it there. Habits. About once a month snakes shed their skin, process known as ecdysis, that makes room for growth and gets rid of parasites. They rub against a tree branch or other object, then slither out their skin head first, leaving it discarded inside out. Most snakes lay eggs, but some species like sea snakes give live birth to young. Very few snakes pay any attention to their eggs, with the exception of pythons which incubate their eggs. There are roughly 100 snake species listed by the IUCN Red List as endangered, typically due to the habitat loss from development. Most snakes live on the land, but there are about 70 species of snakes that live in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Sea snakes and their cousins, kraits, are some of the most venomous snakes that exist, but they possess little threat to humans because they are shy, gentle, and their fangs are too short to do any damage to humans. Thank you.